morning. So we all know that oatmeal is an amazing breakfast to have. It's high in protein, high in fibre, and it's going to keep you satiated until lunchtime. But I don't know about you, I'm a little bored. So I'm going to share with you something that feels naughty, but it's actually really good for you. And I've been having this for breakfast for the last 3 or 4 days, and it is delicious. I use a different fruit each time. So today we're going to use peach. So I am calling this a peach gingerbread cobbler. Now, what is fantastic about this is it's packed with vegetables. So in here I have a carrot, and in here is half a cup of cauliflower that I've just taken out of the freezer because it was frozen and diced up. You could use cauliflower rice, or you could use leftover steamed cauliflower, whichever floats your boat. All right, so let's pop our veggies in. So not only is this a good oatmeal breakfast, but it also has vegetables in it. And I'm using it for breakfast, but of course, this makes it a great slice that you can take to a barbecue. It's an indulgent treat any time of the day. And it's just, like I said, going to keep you satiated for a long time. So to that, we are going to add some of our binders. Now, for people who've been watching my channel, you would know that I'm trying to feed my microbiome with a diversity of plant-based foods. So the experts are saying that 30 plant-based foods a week is what you're going to aim for. I'm aiming for 30 to 40 a day. So in keeping with that, I'm going to add 3 different seeds to this, but it's not necessary for the recipe, and I don't want to make it overcomplicated for you. So you can use a flax egg, you could use a chia seed egg, but for my purposes, I'm going in with 1 teaspoon of chia seeds, 1 teaspoon of flax seeds, and 1 teaspoon of sweet basil seeds. And that's going to form my flax egg. I haven't hydrated that with water because there's going to be a bit of water in the vegetables anyway, and I want to kind of mop that up. So I'm going to mix them in. It's already looking pretty. To that, I'm going to add my sweetener. Now today I'm using rice syrup, but I don't find it quite sweet enough. I still haven't adjusted my sweet tooth, so I'm being gentle with myself, and I'm also going to use a little bit of monk fruit as well. But if you are further along in your journey, or you're really at that kind of pointy end of weight loss where you need to really watch what you're doing, you just do what you need to do in terms of how sweet you have it. So I'm going to do another half of that. And like I said, a bit of monk's fruit in there. So that's obviously a processed food. So, use that or don't use that. You do you. Let's mix that around so that can start to help those seeds to do what they need to do. All right. I'm going in with some walnuts. Now, walnuts are an amazing superfood. They just are high in all sorts of things. Google it. I can't even remember offhand, but you want some of them in your life. That will also give it extra flavour and extra crunch to the base. Okay, now for the oats. So we want half a cup of ground oats. So this is oats I've just chucked in my blender, so oat flour. Let's do half a cup of that. Normally I eyeball it, but I'm doing measurements for you guys. Now, to get that yummy gingerbready taste and flavour, let's go in with a stack of ginger. Now, with the spices, I'm not giving you amounts because it depends on what you like. I like mine super gingery. In fact, sometimes if I have glacé ginger, I'll grate that into it and it's amazing. This is some mixed spice, a whole bunch of that. And I like a little bit of extra cinnamon in mine. Now, one of the tricks to cooking with added vegetables so that you don't notice the vegetables, they're just there to provide nutrition, is you want your food to be flavorful and spicy. So that's why I've gone with so much spice. The other thing I forgot to prepare, oh, this is a bit sticky, is some molasses, because that's going to really make gingerbread, give it gingerbread vibes. So I've got all of that mixing together, and you see, and I think we will do half a cup of oats. Maybe 3/4 of a cup. It really isn't that you don't have to be too fussy. And the reason why you need to be a little bit flexible with the ingredients is you don't know how much moisture is going to be in your vegetables. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that around. Oh, another thing, let's put in some baking powder. So baking powder will just give it a little bit more rise and a little bit more fluff, about a teaspoon of that. And I'm going to need some water. So let's start with 1/4 cup and see how that goes. That's looking good. So, because this is a 2-layer slice, the top layer is going to be a little bit more moist. So what you want to make sure is your bottom layer is really firm, so that when the moisture soaks down into it, it's just the right consistency. Can you see what that looks like? Nice and tough, nice and, hard. Oh yeah, it's got lots of spice in it. All right, I have got a lined tray. I'm just going to pop that into my lined tray. And we're going to smooth that down. There you go. Just like that. Now, because it's all going in the same pan, I'm just going to wash this out. And use it again. Less dishes. So this is a can of peaches in juice. I have taken out most of the juice, not all of it. I didn't worry too much. Now, when you're using apples, you don't need to do this step, but because peaches are a bit firmer, there's my cat. Hello, Lola. What do you want, my darling? All right, so I'm just going to mash them, not all of them, just a little bit of mash here and there. Break them up. Oh, Lola, what do you want, darling? Oh, she's such a noisy cat. All right. I think I actually didn't take enough juice out, so I'm just going to try and get a little bit more juice out. All right, so what I'm going to do is just cut them up a little bit, just so they sit on top nicely. All right, can you see that? Okay. All right, let's thicken this up a little bit. A wee bit of chia seeds, probably a teaspoon. I'm going to put some corn flour in there to thicken it up as well. About a teaspoon. And I'm going to sweeten it just a little bit. It doesn't need much. It doesn't really need any, but like I said, I'm still on the journey. And we will just mix it up. I'm going to pop some oats in there as well. That was about a tablespoon. Mix that up. You know what, kids are going to eat this. I'm going to put a little bit more sweetener in. But if it was breakfast, I wouldn't do that. Okay, so you can see it's a little bit sloppy, but because I've made the base firm and I've got the corn flour and the extra oats in there, maybe just a little bit more. I'm feeling like my base is not as hard as it normally is. All right, and that's just going to go on top of that, just like that. Smooth that around. Oh, yum. Looks good, right? I'm going to try and get a nice even layer. And I am going to pop that into the oven for 15 minutes on 170. But before I do, let me see what this little girl wants. What does this little girl need? This is my Lola. So guys, this is hot out of the oven. I ended up cooking it at 170 for 25 minutes. How gorgeous does she look? And she smells amazing. Oh, can't wait to try it.
Hi guys, so I'm just doing some editing and I remembered I took some over yesterday to my dad to see his reaction. So do you want to see that? Okay, just a sec. Alright Dad, so have a taste and tell me what you think. Be honest.
Yeah, I will. That's damn good.
Oh, excellent, thank you. What's good about it?
Oh, it's sort of got a nutty sort of a taste to it. Not too sweet, it's just Moorish.
Oh,
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, great.
So what if I told you that slice had carrots and cauliflower in it? Would you believe me?
Well, I have to believe you, but gee, I wouldn't have picked those.
Yep, absolutely full of nutrition and lots of different vegetables and whole foods and vegan.
Wow. They're all in for a treat when they get to taste that.
Thanks.
Really great.